Good afternoon, everyone. Well, here we are again. Now it's Wednesday and it's the cooking show. So, do you know what I'm making today? I'm making me mum's jelly cakes. Now, they were beautiful. I used to be working all week away and I'd come home to Apollo Bay on a Friday night and we'd have homemade sausage rolls and jelly cakes. Now, I only just learnt to make these and they're damn fantastic, and it makes 12. Bruce eats 1 and I eat 11. So here we go. This is what we need, and I do need to use, you know what I'm like, because my brain isn't all that good. So we go 60 grams of butter. 60 grams of butter. Make sure it's soft, because if it isn't soft, it won't beat properly. So what you've got to do, it's called creaming. So you're going to cream the butter. So I'll put it in the mixer. Cream it up. Mix it up a bit, and it's nice and soft. Don't put it in hard, because it doesn't make a good cake. Then you add half a cup of caster sugar. Chuck the caster sugar. I love this KitchenAid. Don't forget that, Mr. KitchenAid. You owe me a KitchenAid. So anyway, chuck it in and give it a bit of a stir. I always use a wooden spoon, to get those bits that can get chucked around the sides. But you've got to cream it up really nicely. Beautiful day out there, everyone. I tell you what you can do with these. Now you can make these, cream them, and you can put them in the freezer. How good's that? So then you freeze them for Christmas and stuff. That's if we're allowed to have Christmas, because we don't really know yet, do we? If we don't have Christmas, I'm just drinking, I tell ya. If my kids can't come here for Christmas, there ain't going to be any Christmas, no Christmas. Anyway, so what have you all been doing? Well, I got a little call from my Jess today. Now, my Jess is starting to mature, because he sent me a message. He goes, have you had a COVID test in Apollo Bay? And I said, no, why should I? I thought, don't tell me what to do, you little bugger. I've been trying to tell you what to do for years and you never listen, so I'm not listening to you either. So anyway, down we go. And we want it to go, it's called creaming. Most of you guys know how to cream something. And then after that, we're going to put in one of Brucey's eggs. We're getting a few eggs every day, I tell you. Oh, got a bit of sugar there. I'll do something else. Anyway. I tell you what, while we've been in ISO, haven't we been doing a lot of cooking? Yep, I do it anyway. So you can tell when I'm stressed, everybody, because I'll be cooking all day. When I'm stressed, oops, I have to beat it up. When I'm stressed, I cook and I watch Panda Bear videos. I love those Panda Bears. So I've just gone and I've lightly whisked one egg. And you put a little bit in at a time. That's hard to do with an egg, how it slurps in. And then we're going to try and mix that up. This is so damn simple. I'll put the oven on static 180, which means I'm not using a fan forced oven. If you're using a fan forced oven, about 165 to 170. Excuse me, that is not COVID either. So you bring it out. It's not mixing well enough. That's because I'm trying to tell you how to do it and I'll bugger it up. And I haven't got COVID, I've just got a tickle. Here we go. So if you're watching my son Jesse, don't you dare tell me what to do. Because you haven't listened to me for the last 10 years. So anyway, I'm still mixing it up. I want it to be fairly well mixed. Sometimes it'll split. Don't worry too much. By the time you get your flour in and your milk, it'll be fine. This makes 12 little cakes. You don't need big cakes because you're going to fill those. Sometimes you think they're a bit small, but they're not really. So here we go. God, I love my KitchenAid, everyone. See how it's just mixing. See how in the pan, see in the pot there, And I'll just get these bits off. Like, I'm just like Ina Garten. Oh, I love her. She's married to Jeffrey Ina Garten, and she lives in the Hamptons. And you know why her food's good? It's fat. It uses a lot of fat, that Ina. And I reckon I'm just like her, except she's got bigger boobs than me. And she's a bit richer. She lives in the Hamptons. Yep, I live in the back blocks of Apollo Bay. Now I've done that, this is 1 cup of sifted self-raising flour, 2/3 of a cup of milk. So you're just going to mix this in a bit at a time maybe. Oh, I just chuck the whole lot in really, doesn't matter. And I think you're sifting it to get a bit of lightness in there. Chuck it in, look at that. All gone. There you go. Don't put the mixer on too high or go whoosh all over you. Isn't that what happens? So back it goes. Oh, this is what I do all day. If I had people to feed, I could do it all the time. But, you know, I've got no one here to feed. Caron, I'm going to make her fat. You know how she's only a size like 14? Well, by the time I've finished with her, she'll be a size 20. So, but, you know, she walks a lot. Not like me. No. She exercises everything. I only exercise my mouth. So here we go. I'm just getting, see how I'm just scraping off the sides, get it all. I don't know why my mix, I need a new KitchenAid, I reckon. You know, I was talking to Claire before. She's going to get one. She needs to. She's beautiful cook, that Clary. Anyway, here we go. Just giving it one last, this is all you do. How easy is this for the cake? And it's looking nice now. So I'm just going to, look at that everybody. Ready to go. My secret little scoop. I use my little ice cream scoop. Now, just to evenly, I think I put about 1.5 of those scoops in each of these. So I've got a 12-cup muffin tin, 12 little ones. So this is all I do, everybody.
Is it greased?
Yes, it's greased. I've buttered it. I think you need to. And here we go. So here we go. They're really easy to make. I used to think, I don't know why I thought they were hard. But it's probably because my mum always made them. I never had to. But it's, you know, so many people's favourite. And, you know, when you think Christmas, think fruit cake. Oh, bugger the fruit cake. Why don't you make jelly cakes? You know, everyone used to make shortbread. Oh, my friend Sylvia makes beautiful shortbread. I love her. But no. I make yo-yos now. And I tell you, my kids love the yo-yos. So every year, I'm a yo-yo maker. And they keep, you know, I make little ones. Don't make the big ones like you buy it down the street. I don't like great big serves. I like littler serves. But I've said that. It won't really come out of my mouth. Because you know what a big fat pig I am. Anyway, here we are. Just getting the last of the batter out. And as you can see, a couple of them are a bit little. Doesn't matter. Because by the time you put your jelly and stuff on them, look at this. Look at this. How quick was this, everyone? You'll be making them for the kids. You'll be making them till the cows come home, I tell ya. And I love that cows come home. So one of my friends just coined that phrase a few minutes ago. I thought I'll use that phrase. So here we go. In we go. This is it. This is it. There you go. Now put them in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. All I do is I just touch the top. And if it doesn't bounce, if it doesn't go indented, they're cooked. It says on here, I don't know, 15 to 20, but you'll know, you just go pat, pat, pat. So here we go. Now I'm not on a fan forced oven. I like the old fashioned oven. So that's in there for 15 to 20 minutes. There you go, you have cake. Now, do you know what I did this morning when I first got up? I made some. Here we have the cakes. Now what you do, the next thing you do, is you make up a jelly. Here, I like aeroplane jelly. It's the best one. And I've made raspberry. And Mum used to do lime, so you could have green and pink. And that's a good colour combo for Christmas. So then, what you do is I put some coconut in here. I think it's good to shake it in a bag. And everyone says get 2 forks, not me, use your bloody fingers. And I've just got to wait another 1 hour. So what I do is I make up that jelly and I put it in a dish in the fridge for 1 hour. And it seems to be the best time, you know, because I have left it a bit longer and it's gone a bit, the jellies start to set more and it wasn't as good. So I like it this way. So we're just waiting for our little jelly to see what it should do. Now, while I'm talking to you, after this we're going to make Zowo's fried rice. Yep, very special, my Zowo. Yes, and I know Australia-China relations aren't very good, but you know, that's about the bloody countries. It's not about the people. Oh, I love that, Zo. We don't talk politics when we talk. Nah. Anyway, she went back to China and we miss her. And she owes me a cuddle of a panda bear. So do you know what she said? It's Spring Festival next month. She said, Lyni, I might go up to Chengdu and I might cuddle a panda and send you a video of it. And I thought, great, so, and you get to touch them and I don't. Yeah, she's a bloody good kid. Loved her. But Bruce loves her fried rice, but he loved her too. You know, she's a good kid. Anyway, everyone, I'm starting to think, well, here we are, September. We may as well start putting the stuff into the freezer for Christmas. What do you reckon? That's the way it's going to be. And then, I'll tell you what, you might like me twice cooked baked soufflés. So they're good, me cheese soufflés. I'm good at them. You might like, what's her name? Oh, she's from, she's English. I love English recipes, actually. Julia, I can't remember, and she does I do a beautiful scallop and mushroom little Mornay thing in scallop. Jesse loves them and Bruce because he's allergic to cray, as you know. So I bought him a cray for Father's Day and I ate it for him as well. And that's what you do, isn't it? That's called true love. Now, the cakes are in there baking. That's going to take a little while. And that doesn't matter. You don't need to see them because you see how they come out. Now, I've left them here all day. And I like to soak mine in the jelly a bit longer than other people. I like it to soak in a little bit. Now, you don't have to put cream in these if you don't want to. You can just have... And if you let the jelly soak in a bit and you don't have cream, they're nice, you know, because they're softer. Brucey only eats one, would you believe it? Geez, he shits me sometimes. Yeah, I cook all day. I cook and cook and cook. And he's lucky to have me. Well, he is the luckiest man in the Polar Bay, and I know that. He does know that. I tell him a fair bit. But, you know, as far as food goes, you know, Karon said to me, this is what she said. She goes, oh, Lyni, you should have married Cole and I should have married Bruce because all Cole wants to do is eat. And she said, all I want to do is drink. So we should have swapped partners for that reason. Now, what do you think about that? Yes, she's a funny little thing, that Karon. Anyway, she's the filmer of this. Now, the jelly's got about another 5 minutes to go, I suppose. So can I talk to there? Of course I can. It's a beautiful day today in Apollo Bay. The sun's out. Can you hear our little birdies? Canaries. Bruce has got about 50. Yeah. And they'll start breeding soon. We'll end up with 1,000 by next year. The quail will be going. Oh, the chooks are laying, and that's a good thing. He loves his birds, my Bruce. Costs him a fortune, but you know, gosh. And you know, if they ever sick or anything, he treats them like, oh, yeah, he's pretty good like that. So he's out doing the gardening because, you know, in COVID in Apollo Bay, we're all out of work. We just need to get back to normal. We want to get our lives back to normal, everybody. Dan, we're over it. I think everyone in Melbourne's probably over it too. It's been bloody tough, hasn't it? And you Melbourne guys have done it tougher. I mean, 2 hours a day of exercise, yep, do. You want to be able to at least be able to see a friend or something. I don't know. I don't even understand what's happening in regional Victoria. I really don't. Someone asked me, I thought I wouldn't have a bloody clue. I'll have to ask someone that reads stuff because I don't. You know, I'm over it. Went down the shop today and had one customer. Yep. It's $19 I got. Anyway, here we have these cakes. Oh, I reckon it's nearly time to get the jelly out. So what I'm going to show you is how I do it. None of that little forky thing. Put your hands in. Wash them first, you know. So go over to the fridge and here's me jelly. Oh, I love jelly. Actually, I love jelly. I really do. So this is how I do it, everybody. This is the coconut, and just use normal desiccated coconut. Rightio. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Now I'm going to leave it a bit longer than, you know, they might say, because I like to see, and I use my fingers. But, you know, my fingers are fine. I do wash my hands regularly, all the time now. Everyone does. So here, see how I'm just letting it go, letting it sit. And then I'll get them out. If you don't want much jelly, you can do it like this. Look at this. Get them out, put them in the coconut. You can see, you can feel they've got heavier actually. And this is how I do it, because you want a nice, even coconut. Look at this. Now, doesn't this look fantastic? Now, I'd show you what I'll show you what Mum used to, well, she's dead now. So I'll show you what she used to pour on, Mum. So put them in, another 3. Just leave them there for a bit. I like them to soak in. Some people take them straight out, but not me. Because I actually really like a bit of jelly in there. And, you know, so there you go. See how it's the jelly's soaking into that cake? It feels heavier, actually, after you've had them in there. Isn't it amazing? So there, another 3. Now, I only got 11 because Bruce ate 1, right? That was his one. The rest are for me. Gosh. Anyway. Here we go. How's that? So this is what you do. I may as well do the lot. And then I'll show you how Mum used to finish them off. And she finished them off. They used to look beautiful. So she was very good with presentation, my mother. I'm probably not as good as her. But what she would do was whipped cream. You don't have to put cream in these if you don't really like cream. They're nice as they are. It's just, you know, you just whatever you like. But this is what I do. So you get it and you split it. And see, I split it a fair way. It's like a clamshell. Then you put your whipped cream. It probably takes a teaspoon. Pop it in there. And then when you've got the cream in there, it'll sit like that. You roll it in the coconut again, like that. And it'll sit round. And it looks really nice for presentation. So that's what I do. And if you can see, I like to see the jelly's gone right through that. And I know a lot of people wouldn't like it, but it's personal choice. Did you see that? So now I'm just doing the last couple. They're easy actually to make, and they look fantastic. And you think, if you made these in this colour, and then you made some in the green with the lime, how good would that look Christmas Day? You know, and I think sometimes people make traditional Christmas foods that aren't as nice as these Aussie foods that we love. You may as well make these. So if you might make shortbread, no, make yo-yo. Don't want a Christmas cake, make these. Because I know a lot of people that don't really like mixed fruit and all that sort of stuff. Well, you don't have to. You have what you like. And you can do it in the red and the green and all that. Very festive looking. It looks fantastic. But see, have another look. See that? I've got quite a bit of jelly in there, but I like it like that. Not everyone does. Personal choice again. I know Mum probably wouldn't have put that much in, but you know, Mum's friend Joan Harrison, oh, she used to make good ones. Yeah, but she never put cream in them. Oh, but they were full of jelly. And we loved them. Now everyone, do you get the gist? And then put them on a nice little plate. Put them, oops, I broke it. Put it like that, sitting along for Christmas. Red, green, red, green. What a great thing to do. So there you go everyone, me jelly cakes.